Of course, the baby is coughing. She just got a little cough because she's screeching like a pterodactyl in the background. What else is new though? But anyway, welcome back. I'm gonna get a little more comfortable. There we go. Today, we are gonna talk about. So, this is a game series that it's one of my husband's favorites. Like, he loves it. And I definitely see why. But it was also a game that is couch co op, which we're always looking for couch co op games because we both love to play video games, and a lot of the times we play different things, but we also really like to play games together. And sometimes we don't always have the option necessarily to play, and sometimes even it's like we don't necessarily just want to play over online, like if we play Apex together or League or something like that. Like sometimes it's nice to play couch co op just to have options. And this series was kind of perfect for that. So today we're gonna talk about Gears Judgment. So let's get started with the story. So without giving too much away in details, Gears Judgment, it takes place as the first game chronologically in the Gears timeline. So it came out, oh, I want to say after 4 though, or maybe after 5. Don't quote me on that. I'm not that well versed in the order of release of the extra Gears games. But so, if it is your first time getting into the Gears series, I would recommend starting with Judgment just because it is chronological, and I'll get into that. But anyway, late part of the later video. But Gears Judgment is essentially you are playing as Baird and his team, and you are playing, most of the game is playing in flashbacks because you are on trial trying to explain a choice that you made. So you are recounting the events of this day in order to explain on council, basically being on trial as to why you did what you did. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Trust me, it's a lot more interesting than I'm making it sound. Like it's definitely good stuff. Trust me on that. But anyway, we're gonna move right into the gameplay. So the co-op in this apparently has been like said by a lot of people. They think it's the weakest. I don't have much issue with it. I think it might be more the online co-op is what people are talking about, but it is your basic kind of shooter, point, shoot, kill the locust enemy, good to go. But this game has some unique weapons, such as you have the Dawn of Hope, which I love. Is so fun. You just hold down the trigger, aim it at something, and basically a giant ray of death will shoot down from a satellite in the sky. So you do have to be in an open place, and satellite comms have to be open. But I mean, the game, it tells you when you can and can't use it, kind of stuff. Like, it's not guessing game, if that makes sense. But there's also, the main staple of the game, which is the Lancer. So it's a gun with a chainsaw attached to it because story-wise, the reason they have that is locusts can be very hard to kill with just bullets. So they found out, having a chainsaw works great. The developers did that because they just wanted a unique gun, and why not combine a chainsaw and a gun? And I say same because I love the Lancer. So you go up to enemies, and if you have the Lancer on you, you can literally chainsaw them to death. There are a few you can't, but it's easy enough to remember and figure out which ones you can and which ones you can't. You can get in little chainsaw duels because sometimes the enemies will actually have Lancers. So, getting a little chainsaw duel with them, good stuff, always fun. Otherwise, it's pretty basic gameplay. They do have something which is active reloading, which is actually really nice. If you do it right, then you reload your gun instantly. So one, it's a lot faster, and then two, you will get perks if you do it perfect, like the timing of it perfect. So for most, it's just increased damage. I don't know for each like gun type, like shotgun, pistol, Lancer, what it all is, but Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what every single one is, but yeah, you can, you know, like you get little perks if you do it perfect. And honestly, it's not too hard to get the active reloading. It's really not that bad. So also with the gameplay in this game, something huge is you want to take cover, because if you were just standing in the open trying to shoot, you're gonna die. So cover is very big in this game, like more so than even other shooters, I would say, is like taking cover is important. Also, honestly, I think the game looks great, you know. It's got it's definitely a darker game, so I recommend playing in a room where you can turn the lights off and you can make, you know, it as dark as possible. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see anything. So I definitely recommend that, but the game looks great. You gotta love, you know, the design of the world, the locust. You can tell the Gears games were made by people who had a big passion for it and just genuinely enjoyed, thanks, making the game. So, you know, take that for what you will. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the last part of my thoughts and opinions. So, I really liked the story and everything. Like, at first, I will admit, it was dragging a little, but, you know, that's, I guess in some ways, it was mostly probably just because we were playing it kind of after I got off work and everything. Or not after I got off work, but just into the evening when I tend to get a little more tired right now, just because I do work overnights. So it's not that it was boring per se, but I was just so tired. But I love the characters. They're all very memorable. They've got some great one-liners. You got Bear, Cold, Sophia, and how do I forget his name? He's the Russian guy, but I love him too. He's got a little bit of a weird name. I think that's why I can't remember it off the top of my head right now, but yeah. Love the main characters. They've got like the great rapport and everything with each other. They're definitely like, it's unique people. You can remember them. Paddock, that's what his name is. Duh. So, you know, I love that. Like I said, I really like the Lancer gun. I think it's really cool that this game has its own unique gun like that, that you're like, no, yeah, that's a Gears of War gun. Like, you see that and you know exactly what game it's from and what's going on with that. So like I said, I recommend playing this game first because it does predate the other games. So it gives, if you play this first, it gives a lot more interesting context to one, because Baird and Cole are in one. And of course, originally when one came out, you know, Baird and Cole didn't have this whole backstory. So it's still, like, it obviously definitely fits and everything because they made it work around the way they were acting in one. But, you know, it just gives more interesting context to it, in my opinion. So I definitely recommend playing Judgment first before you play Gears 1. And then otherwise, after that, I think you can just go in order, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, but yeah, Judgment, it's a fairly short game too. You can beat it pretty quick. There's a lot of world building in it. I think the flashback thing is interesting, and you'll even have, like, you can find these like Gears of War icons and go up to it, and it will give specific accounts of what the characters have said that make it a little harder to play the game. Like, it doesn't make the level like super hard, but it does make it a little more challenging. And then it also adds context to, you know, their testimony and of what they were doing, because it adds the extra like layer of like, oh, we could barely see the enemy, so it was difficult. So, you know, I think it's definitely worth throwing that in, playing through that. I mean, the game's really short anyway. You could beat it in a day, half a day, easy. So, I'm honestly gonna give this game an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. If, you know, if you're looking for something new that maybe you haven't touched, because Gears of War is definitely, it's popular, but it's not as mainstream as others. So if you're looking for something new, I would definitely recommend starting to check out this series. So anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. You don't have to, but it helps to let me know what you all enjoy watching. Go ahead, leave in the comments below you know, without any spoilers, or if you post spoilers, just make it known. Um, Maybe your favorite character in Gears or something, or maybe even your favorite enemy type. I hate Cantus. That's the opposite of what I said, but I'm just gonna say I hate Cantus. So you can also put the one you hate the most. You know, whatever. Like, I'm not a fan of corpsers either. I'm not a fan of their design. They're creepy. They look too much like spiders. I don't like it. But anyway, moving back on topic. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I upload every Monday and Friday if you want to see more videos like this, review videos, and then Sunday and Wednesday are gameplay videos. All my socials linked down below: Twitter, Instagram, my vlog channel, my Twitch, where I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, starting at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But that is going to be it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.